All right, Lydia. What a day after rebounding from that beginning, from that one thing in the beginning there. Just take us through your second day here in Singapore.
Yeah, I started off really well. I hit my ball towards the rough. It wasn't actually that far where we shouldn't have been able to find it, but cameraman said, oh, it's in that kind of proximity, and we couldn't find it, and it's pretty dark under the trees anyway, so I'm fortunate there, but I hung in there and made some good birdies. So yeah, overall happy with the way I played.
What did you say to yourself mentally after the double bogey there that kind of just helped get the round back on track?
I said, hey, at least I made enough birdies and I'm still under par. So so that was good, and I hold a good putt for a double. So you just have to move on. Obviously it's my fault that I hit it in there, and I'm unfortunate that we couldn't find it, but there's still lots of holes left, so we just keep going.
What's it been like for you adjusting to the conditions this week in Thailand?
Yesterday, I thought we got pretty lucky. Half of our round, we pretty much played in probably the coolest conditions that we'll play in Thailand. And you just have to, everyone's playing in the same conditions, so you just play with what you get. And I think at the back of our minds, we know that it's going to be super humid and really hot. So you just have to stay cool and hydrated and just enjoy it out here.
What's it like for you coming back to this golf course here, and how do you find your comfortability out when it gets so hot and you have to remember to keep hydrated?
Yeah, yesterday the whole field played really well, so I didn't find it that easy. I thought I played a really good round, but it just shows the level of play right now, and it's great to be playing alongside the best female golfers, and this is a really nice golf course, and I know even with the rain, course is dryish, so yeah, I think we've been lucky so far that the last 2 days we've dodged the storms.
A couple questions that we've got coming in. What has been the most challenging and possibly difficult situation that you've had to overcome over the last 2 days?
Just making sure that we're staying hydrated and cool, and there's a lot of bugs out here, so kind of swatting the bugs away. I think those are probably the main key, but I think today and yesterday was not as hot compared to the practice days, so I think we've been pretty lucky so far, so I'm not complaining.
What do you think of this year's course conditions compared to years past here?
It's a little softer, but it's that time of the year when it's a little bit more humid. There's a bit more storms, so no, it's gonna be like that. So yeah, obviously a little different than when we normally play in March, but everyone's playing in the same conditions, so you just play with what you get.
How do you usually come up with your strategy for a day at Siam Country Club, maybe different than any other day on the LPGA Tour?
I think you have to hit it pretty well off the tee, and that way it just gives you better chances going at these pin positions, and you just have to play smart. It's not the longest golf course in the world, but I think there's still quite a few tough holes, and the greens are pretty undulating, so I think if you have your speed dialed in, that's probably the biggest helping factor.
Now, the last question here, for any golf fans that want to enjoy themselves out here at Siam Country Club, what's one trick to this course that you'd want to give them in these LPGA conditions?
Just stay cool. I think I just saw in the coverage that Petty's got a fan, so maybe a fan would do. I know May had one yesterday, so you're just staying hydrated. And for me, I've been spending a lot of time under the umbrella, so having that handy as well.
All right, well, thank you, Lydia.
Thank you.
Yeah, go make that bus.
Yep. Bye.